Okay, my name is Debra Buffkin. I'm the Executive Director of Winyah Rivers Alliance. Winyah Rivers Alliance is an alliance of river keepers. We monitor all the rivers that flow into the Winyah Bay. That's the Lumber River, the Waccamaw River, the Little PD, Big PD, Lynch's, Black, and Sandpit Rivers. Oh, they're amazing. But first of all, I grew up on the Little PD River, so I was literally fishing before I could walk, skiing by the age of 5. My papa and my daddy used to take me fishing. Every afternoon we'd feed the animals. He'd say, go in the flat bay and dig the worms bee, and that's my nickname. And we'd go dig worms and we'd go to the river and we'd fish. And that's some of the most precious memories that I have. And I mean, just look at it. I mean, I think South Carolina and North Carolina, one of our biggest assets are our rivers. And they're precious and we need to protect them. And we need to protect all the animals that are in the water and outside of the water. And we all need clean water. And you appreciate the beauty. One of the things that I do is, if I'm so busy in life, like we all are, but if I realize that I'm not listening to the birds, I know I have to slow down. So on this river, or any of the rivers, I can listen to the birds. I can see the birds. I love to kayak, I love to boat also, but I love to kayak because I feel like I'm one with nature and I can see it in all its natural beauty, the way it's supposed to be. And it's just an amazing feeling. I feel like it's just heaven on earth. Some of our biggest threats, well, I think one of the biggest threats, and one of the things that Winyah Rivers Alliance we're really focusing on now is land conservation, and because wetland protections. I believe, I want these rivers and this land and this property and these areas, beautiful natural areas, to be here for future generations. And they're being overdeveloped. And now with the change in WOTUS, some of the recent rulings, we don't have protections on some of our wetlands that we did have protections on. If we do not protect these wetlands, we're not going to have them for future generations, and we're really going to mess ourselves up. I think that we have to protect it, but that's one of the things, wetland protection. Pollution, up in North Carolina, which we also monitor the rivers there in Waccamaw and Lumber, North Carolina, we have a lot of CAFOs, animal factory operations, and we just have to make sure they aren't polluting the water. And not only those, there are a lot of chemical plants. We have to make sure that they aren't polluting the rivers and the water that we drink, because we want to make sure at Winyah Rivers Alliance that our rivers are fishable, swimmable, and drinkable, and they're safe to do so. So there are a lot of different issues with pollutants and PFAS. Now we're finding out more about PFAS. And all of our river keepers, again, I said we're an alliance of river keepers. We have the Lumber River Keeper, which is Jeff Curry. We have the Waccamaw River Keeper, which is Kara Shiltnick. We have the Black and Sandpit River Keeper, which is Aaron Donmoyer. And we have Dylan Coleman, who's here with me today. And we have our Deputy Director, Christine Ellis, who is my grant guru, helps with my funding, because I've got to have that. And of course, we have all of our volunteers and our sponsors and people that make donations so that we can make sure we have fishable, cleanable, swimmable water. But the main thing is we have to protect the wetlands. If we don't, we're not going to have all this beautiful water, because the wetlands work as a filter. And they make sure all of these pollutants are filtered out. And if you don't have these wetlands, you're not going to filter this water, and the water is going to be more polluted. So wetland protections, protection from chemicals, pollutants like PFAS, CAFO operations, provide protections, yes.